Our enterprise is a part of a large production association in course, which is engaged in the production of medicines. We use various pharmaceutical equipment that meets the requirements and standards of GMP for production, a unit for dehydration of aqueous solutions, and extracts in a fluidized bed apparatus, rotary tablet machines, an automatic line for packaging tablets into plastic film, and foil and other high-tech machines and apparatuses. At the beginning of last year, we received a large order for the supply of antiseptic for surface treatment. We concluded a contract for 2 years. The antiseptic had to be supplied in plastic containers. Realization of the order at our enterprise was impossible without purchase of new equipment. We decided to buy new automatic equipment for bottling. It was to provide automatic feeding and filling antiseptic into plastic bottles. I took the choice of a filling machine very seriously. I didn't look for equipment on the internet, because very often a pretty picture hides unprofessionalism. I visited the International Exhibition of Equipment, Raw Materials and Technologies for Pharmaceutical Production, which was held in Moscow. There were many bottling machines on display, companies from all over the world. I chose the 3 most suitable for my requirements, and took contacts from the representatives. It was necessary to agree the selected automatic equipment with the management, and then sign a contract for the supply. Having returned back to the company, I started contacting the representatives of the equipment manufacturers by phone. A company from Germany agreed to supply bottling equipment, but asked me to come and sign the contract in person. Unfortunately, I could not travel to the EU, as I did not have a visa, and the visa process would have taken at least 3 months. One company from China sent me a catalog of products in the mail. I chose for a long time, but I could not figure out whether the equipment can fill bottles of plastic, what the allowable volume of bottles. A third manufacturer from Krasnodar listened to me and replied that he could make the equipment only 6 months, citing the large volume of orders. I had to refuse, since I needed the machine in the shortest possible time. The contract for the supply of antiseptic had already been signed, and we could not wait so long for automatic equipment for bottling and capping. A machine had to be found, and I realized that I couldn't do it myself. This made me a little less confident. Here, however, I was helped by the manager of a company in Krasnodar, who advised me a specialist in the supply of pharmaceutical equipment, which would be able to find another option of equipment. Following his advice, I contacted a specialist intermediary of a Russian company. At that time I had no idea that I was doing the right thing. The manager of the company in Moscow listened to me, asked a few questions on the material of bottles, the required productivity, the error tolerance of dosing equipment. I was pleased with his professional and business-like approach. After a preliminary consultation, he suggested 2 options for filling equipment, which differed in the boundaries of the dosage and performance. Specialist of this company sent by email a video of the proposed machine options that clearly demonstrates the equipment itself and its capabilities. A week later we signed a contract for a bottling line. The manager asked for a sample of our bottle to test it on the machine. Before justifying the machine, the specialist sent a video of our equipment. The equipment has a funnel-shaped hopper. The control is automated and is carried out with the help of the LCD screen system. Empty plastic vials arrive by the piece on a conveyor belt, which moves the vials to the filling unit. The machine fills 2 vials simultaneously. Optical sensors monitor the presence of the vials. Brown vials with antiseptic are led away by a conveyor belt. The machine is made of stainless steel. A capacious tray for feeding plastic bottles is provided. A month after signing the contract, we received the line for bottling, and already in 3 weeks, we started fulfilling the order and delivering antiseptic to the customer. The machine works perfectly. There were no failures in operation. Initially, I was skeptical about choosing a manager, relying on my own experience, but I realized that one should always learn and not be afraid to trust a professional.